So if you weren't able to pay rent for the COVID protected months, which begin from March 2020 and ends till, or the protection is extended to September 30th, 2021 of this year. If you have any unpaid rent for this period of time, you can submit a COVID-19 impact declaration to your landlord, and a copy of that declaration can be found on our Stay House LA website. You download a copy and you check off on the months you're impacted by COVID-19. And if you send that declaration into your landlord and make 25% of the payment that you owe beginning from September 2020 to September of this year, 2021, then you cannot be evicted for non-payment of rent. So that's to protect you and to allow the tenants to remain housed during this difficult time. That's one way to leverage the law. And now, as far as the back owed rent that remains due that you weren't able to take care of, we highly recommend that you apply for the rental assistance, foremost because it may potentially cover the back owed rent that's due, but it also can work as an affirmative defense in case that your landlord brings an unlawful detainer action against you. Then until that rental application is either denied or the funds are released, we can stay any eviction actions that are brought for non-payment of rent. So for an unlawful detainer action to begin, from the landlord's perspective, they have to serve what we call a notice. And that notice could look like a 3-day notice, a 15-day notice, a 30-day notice, 60-day notice. So that means that they are giving you notice that they have some kind of a complaint or grievance against you before they're able to file anything with the court. So once you're served with this notice, it's very, very important that you read through everything that's on the notice to process. Sometimes the landlord gives you an opportunity to cure, meaning you can address whatever they're complaining so that they cannot file a unlawful detainer action or a lawsuit against you. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it because it's just simply you need to quit. But there's a lot of different rules that govern how this is done and when it's permitted, depending on whether the property has rent control protections. So as soon as you're served with the notice, it's very important to read through it and also contact our services through the Stay House LA website. We provide counsel and advice, tailored counsel and advice to each type of notice to see if there's anything you can do to prevent the unlawful detainer action from being filed.